Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brianna and this is For Pause in a Book. I make bookish videos over here on my little corner of the internet. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below. I'm going to try something in 2024. These monthly reset vlogs are always so inspiring and I want to try to make my own. So we're going to do a little spin on it. These monthly reset vlogs are definitely becoming a trend this past year or so, I think. And every time one comes up on my home feed, I watch it and I get so inspired. And I thought, why not just try to do it in 2024? Can I promise that this is gonna happen every month? No, but I am gonna try. I figured doing a new reset for the new year, getting things back to normal for the new year for January would be a perfect place to start. So I'm deep cleaning my house this week. I am taking down all of the Christmas decorations and just kind of resetting everything back to normal and back to some semblance of sanity. I think that during the holiday season, the house, if you're not the one hosting Christmas, tends to fall by the wayside because you're out doing other things every night, or there's so much going on that I can't take care of what's going on at home. So that is the plan for this week. We're deep cleaning everything. I've been organizing. It's felt so refreshing and just very nice. As someone who is neurodivergent somewhere on that scale, I don't know where, I love the idea of having a clean and organized home. I love having a clean and organized home. However, the actual process of cleaning it is overwhelming a lot of times, and so maybe this will just give me the ability to stay held accountable. Who knows? So in today's video, I'm going to take you along as we take down Christmas. I'm going to talk through a couple of my content plans and the books that I want to read in January, and then I want to make some specific monthly goals. I think I'm going to do one book goal, one channel goal, one house or home goal, and then one personal goal. I think that that's a good idea. And then we'll come back in a month and see how I did. About some content that I'm planning on doing in the next month or two that will require me to read a lot of books. I have a stack of books over here. We're going to talk about some upcoming reads and also my upcoming content. You've already seen my Kerplunk TBR, so you know what's on that one. So I'm going to give you another sneak peek into some other books that I want to read. If you're part of my Patreon, the top 2 tiers get my full editorial calendar for the entire month. So then you have a really good look at what's happening on my channel. And then most of the time there's also early access. It's always weird plugging my Patreon, but the link is down below. You can join for as low as $1, and then the top 2 tiers are $3 and $5. But let me give you guys a little sneak peek into what I'm doing. January 9th is 6 years on my channel, so I'm going to be doing a look back and a reflection on the time that I've had on YouTube, as well as looking at some stats. And then I've hinted a couple of times at my booktuber favorites video where I'm doing another choose your own adventure. So let me give you 2 books. I'm not going to tell you the booktubers, but I have 2 books that I will give you guys a sneak peek of. I'm going to be reading Blood Over Bright Haven by M.L. Wong. This is an indie fantasy. It's dark academia fantasy, and I'm really excited about it. And then this one, it honestly there's been so many people that this has been their favorites, but The 7 Year Slip by Ashley Poston. I'm really excited about this one because I've heard so many good things about it, so I'll be reading this one very early in January. And then The Unhaul Project is coming back in 2024, and December was actually a little bit crazy. There were a lot of of books on that TBR, but unfortunately my footage was corrupt, and by the time I realized it, it was like way too late and I was getting frustrated with it. So that video actually never came out, and I don't have a book haul for January of 2022. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be vlogging the books that I should be reading for the December of 2021, and the 5th season is in that, so I'm going to be trying to read this one in January and vlogging it along with a couple of other books. I'm going to be doing a Spiffbo vlog reading the finalist, and like I'll be reading 3 of them. One of them is going to be The Fall Is All There Is by C.M. Kaplan. The reason I chose this one, and I'm not just letting like chaos choose, is there is the buzzword for January, and so I thought that would be perfect. We can just like pair the two together. And then probably earlier into February, the Rainbow Project is going to be coming back, and we're moving on to Orange, and I have 4 or 5 books for that one, including Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Gillian McAllister. This is like a sci-fi thriller, and I've heard a lot of good things about this one as well. So that's a little sneak peek into my content and my reading for the next month or so. So let's talk about goals for January. For my reading goal, I want to try to annotate 1 book this month. I love annotating books. I think it's so much fun, but usually it has to be a book that I have to physically read, and I definitely read it slower, and a lot of times I get caught up and I feel like I have to read so quickly for content, and I feel like January is going to shape up to be that same way. I have a lot of books that I want to read for content in January and like into February, like early February vlogs. So because of that, I want to make sure that I'm taking some time to like slow down and read 1 book where I can annotate it. There are a couple of books that I have for content that don't have an audiobook, so that means that I'm gonna have to physically read it, which will make it easier to annotate. But I was thinking about this when I was reading Kingdom of Sweets on Christmas Day, and I physically read that one, and as I got about 100 pages in, I was like, man, I wish I would have annotated this one because there were some really cool quotes and things like that in it. So that kind of sparked the idea of annotating 1 book, and it might be that I annotate 1 book every month, but we're gonna start with January and see how it goes. My channel goal for January is going to be trying to stay at least 2 videos ahead, meaning that I have 2 videos scheduled and I'm working on the 3rd one, essentially. I know I said I wanted to go down to 2 videos a week, but I know January will not be like that. I'm gonna stay with 3 videos for most of January just because I have so much end of year content that I want to do, but I want to make sure that like 2 videos are like filmed and edited and uploaded, and that way I'm not like scrambling last minute. I feel like that'll give me a little bit more peace. I don't know that that's always going to happen specifically with things like this Choose Your Own Adventure video that I'm doing at the end of the month, but for the most part I would like to stay at least 2 videos ahead. We'll see how it goes. My personal goal for January is going to be that I want to try to bring my coffee and lunch to work during the week. Especially on the weeks I'm not traveling. Obviously, when I'm traveling, I can't do that. And I think I have 1 trip this month. But other than that, I should be just in my office. And I feel like I spend way too much money. I waste so much money if I have to DoorDash, if I go out to eat. And now, like, there are times where, like, we go out as a team, or, like, I go out with friends or something like that. And so that's fine. So I think if I set my goal to, like, trying to bring my lunch and coffee at least 3 days a week, of the 5, that's pretty like doable and will save me a bunch of money, because if I go out, like, it's at least $10 every single time, so unless I'm going to like Taco Bell or something like that. So that's gonna be my goal. Plus I'll probably eat healthier, to be honest. And then my home goal, or my like house goal, I have worked so hard this week resetting my house, deep cleaning it, organizing it, and I want it to stay that way because it gets so frustrating when I do all this work and then like 2 weeks later it's just like back to the chaos, right? So my goal is that every day I want to do at least like 1 cleaning task. Most of the time what happens is I let it go until Saturday, and then I waste an entire day cleaning my house again, and then like my weekend feels super short. So I want to just do like a quick tidy up in the evenings, you know, obviously like doing dishes, that's like we pretty much do that every day or every other day, but like wiping down counters, cleaning off the like table that becomes like the junk area, dusting, sweeping, vacuuming, that kind of stuff. And then that way on the weekends we won't be so like burdened by having to do all this cleaning. Alright guys, let me know if you enjoyed these videos. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to add to these. I think it's gonna be a really fun experiment for 2024 and we'll see how long it lasts. If you're not feeling chatty, put a snowflake emoji because it's cold and wintry. That's all I have for you today. If you're new here, you have not yet subscribed, there's a little button that you can do so down below the video. If you'd like to hang out with me more, the links to my Instagram, Goodreads, Twitter, and my Patreon are linked in the description below. Thank you for watching and I will see you next time.